Hey y'all, how you doing? This video is in response to my posting on Facebook about the fake NASA moon passing video that I posted the other day, and well, got quite a bit of responses to it, which were actually kind of funny, with everybody trying to bash me and I don't know, make me sound stupid because in my post, I posted that the sun was 93 billion light years away or something like that. I can't actually remember, but to be honest, that was just a mistake. And that mistake comes from my lack of actually caring about the lie anymore. I haven't been I'm not a flat earther in the term of flat earthers and the big craze that has taken place. I'm a man who believes in the biblical cosmology of the earth, of what God designed, what He created, and what the Bible tells us. So I really don't care if it's 93 miles to 9,300 billion. It doesn't matter. It's all a lie. It's some number they came up with, and well, all the fools out there still believe it some way, somehow, even though the evidence is just overwhelming against it. So you want to make fun of me, go ahead. Like I said, my skin is so thick that you can throw all the words you want at me, not going to hurt me, all right? You can call me stupid. You can call me whatever you want. Not going to hurt me. And what the funny thing is when the day the truth comes out, I'm not going to laugh at you. I'm just going to say, hey, maybe you should have listened. But with that being said, if you call yourself a Christian and you believe in the heliocentric model, that the sun is the center of the galaxy and everything spins around it, and we're all shooting through space at all astronomical numbers and all this craziness and crazy spinning, yet I don't feel any wind in my face some days. It's kind of crazy. But if you believe in that and you call yourself a Christian, you might want to reread the Bible. Because in the heliocentric model, which has been around since pretty much the 5th century BC, when it was just pretty much a thought by a couple guys, it's had a little traction here and there, but really didn't come into play until the 16th century by Copernicus. And that's when it grabbed traction, who, by the way, has connection to the Jesuits. Oh, imagine that. And before that, everybody else believed in the geocentric model. That was the major understanding of the cosmology of the Earth, that the Earth was the center of the universe, and everything spun around it, like the Bible says. Anyway, 1544 rolls around, Copernicus says his things, and it gets pushed by the church, and lo and behold, today that's what we have. Well, in that system, the sun is a star. If I'm correct, the sun is some bright star that's a long ways away, right? In their words, 93 million miles away. Well, the Bible in Genesis 1:16-19, I believe it's on the 4th day, it says God created the sun and the moon. They were the lesser light and the greater light. Greater light for the day, lesser light for the night. Didn't say some star millions of miles away. And He placed them in the firmament. Firmament is that dome above us that, well, one, we can't get out of, and two, nothing can come through, because God sits in the throne room above it, looking down upon the earth. So this whole alien crap, you can chuck that right out the window, because there's no such thing. There are demons, and, well, demons can pretty much make themselves seem what they are, whatever they want to be, and they've been around for a very long time. Been fooling people for, well, thousands of years. But aliens, no, because we don't have other planets. It does say we have stars and wandering stars, because all the stars travel a fixed path. And if you've ever seen a time-lapse video of the stars at night, you will see that they circle above us with the North Star at the center, and they all go around us. We don't spin around them, mind you, okay? Not the way it works. Then you have some wandering stars. These are what have become planets. They're wandering stars. They also travel a fixed path, but not the same fixed path as all the rest of the stars. This is biblical cosmology, folks. There are many verses throughout the Bible that talk about the earth being fixed, non-spinning, has foundations that have been shaken sometimes. So I really want to hit the point that if you call yourself a Bible believer, yet you believe we are spinning through the vast universe, or some of these religions, Mormons, who believe there are millions and billions and countless planets just like Earth, which, by the way, doesn't work. You might want to reread the Bible. Just the Bible, folks. Just the Bible. Because you want to call me the conspiracy theorist. Well, I really have to look at all those who look at a system that was thought of a long time ago, recreated, and then pushed through the major power at that time, which was the church, the Catholic Church, and then now today has become the number one religion. Well, the reason why I say you can't be a Christian, a true Bible-believing, following the way of Jesus Christian, if you believe in heliocentrisy, is because heliocentrisy is based off of evolution. These stars blow up and shoot through the space, stars burst, become suns. Well, evolution is crap. It's a lie, just like the heliocentric model. The Earth is the center of everything. The reason why they want you to believe this is because they want you to feel about this big. They want you to feel like you're nothing in a vast emptiness. When no, God didn't create a bunch of nothings in a vast emptiness. He created man in his image. So we are the center of everything, with the earth being what we live on. The sun and the moon, there are lights in the skies. That's all they are. They're lights. And they're not millions or billions or whatever miles away. They're local. And this is very easily seen if you just look at the sun, look at the rays of the sun to a cloud. If something 93 million miles away was shining light and it came through a cloud, it wouldn't disperse. It wouldn't veer out. It would all go the same direction. Yes, I know there are people who try to explain this away. It's all crap. What do your eyes show you? What are you going to believe? Some guy in a lab coat because he's got a degree from one of these Jesuit universities? Well, that's what the majority of people believe. Or are you going to follow what the Bible says? The sun and the moon are lights. The greater for the day, the lesser for the night. You cannot land on lights, folks. They're not rocks floating through the sky with one of them burning. I'm not saying the sun doesn't burn. I don't know. It's a mystery. Don't know what it is. It's a bright light, that's for sure, and it has warmth. Or creates warmth. But what it really is, well, God knows that. He created it. But it's not 93 million miles away. And we sure the hell can't go to the moon. And we can't land on it. And it doesn't look like what it looked like in that video. Because you see what that video showed. Look at the night sky. Do they even look remotely close? Not even. Not even. NASA's been deceiving people since the beginning. NASA in Hebrew means deceive, to deceive. I mean, hello, folks. The symbol for NASA. It's a snake, a forked snake tongue. And all, just look at all the occult symbology throughout NASA. Yet, here you are, believing them because they said so. Because your black box on your wall says to believe them. Instead of believing your own eyes, instead of believing the Bibles. And I mean, this really goes out to Christians. Shame on you. Read the book. The collection of books. If you're going to believe it, believe it. Not just the parts that you like, folks. And who cares what some scientist says? 99, actually 100% of scientists agree with those who fund them. That's your truth right there. Otherwise, guess what? They lose their funding. So if you want to bash me, bash me. It just shows the ignorance of people. And actually makes me laugh. I had a good time reading those comments. I really did. It really shows the ignorance of mankind this day and age. For those of you who don't believe the Bible, Well, you can explain that to Jesus in a few short years when you meet him. And you will. And you'll bow your knee. And when he judges you, if your name is not written in the book of life, and if your eyes are not open prior to that, and only God knows that, and only God can do that. So if he doesn't bring you to his truth, then you will stand before him. He will judge you, and you will burn in the lake of fire. This ain't coming from me. This is coming from God. Because that's what the book says. So bash me all you want. It doesn't matter. It kind of makes me laugh, just so you know. I'll keep posting my truths. Yeah, if I post something that, oops, I made a mistake. Yeah, I'm human too. But I really don't care, because the lie is so ridiculous that I can't believe I fell for it for the longest time. And thank God my eyes are open to the truth now, that I don't have to worry about, oh no, aliens are going to attack. Oh no, we're going to get hit by a huge comet. No, we're not, because the Bible doesn't say we will. So you keep believing what man shoves in your face, and keep calling yourself a Christian. See how that turns out for you, folks. This ain't hate. This is just truth. If you can't handle it, I don't know what to tell you. Get back in the book, read it, and believe it. And maybe start acting like what you say you are, instead of just pretending to be something you're really not. Because, it sounds good on paper. That being said, hope this clarifies a few things, folks. And I'll keep doing what I do and loving on my haters. God bless.